Baba has given us third eye. The third eye is eye of knowledge. Knowledge is considered to be light. So it's with the knowledge, it is with the light of knowledge that I am able to experience and see my true self as a soul, a loveful being, peaceful and powerful. And it is with the third eye, eye of knowledge, I am able to see everyone else as a soul, peaceful, loveful, and child of Baba. And when I create this practice, it becomes natural to be in soul consciousness and look at others also as souls. And this helps me to have the power to maintain love, to maintain peace, and always good wishes, pure feelings for all the souls. Knowing that everyone's part is different, but we all are actors in same drama. There is one creator, one director, and we all are actors. Then, as I move forward, it is with the third eye. I could also see my original form, the form of a deity, and see, experience many, many beautiful qualities of a deity, not only for the self, but also bestower. And I can also see the purity and divinity, cheerfulness within the deity form. And there are feelings that these are the forms Baba is making worship worthy. God's children inherit from God And these souls are also called gods and goddesses. Completely pure, soul and body both are pure, and every sense organ, part of the body, is pure like lotus flower. So these worship-worthy forms are shown holding lotus flower or standing on lotus flower, completely detached and lovely. Then I see my angelic form of light, remain close to God and always carry and implement God's message. I always have to fly and be free from all obstacles. And now I look at my present form, that is of a child of Brahma Bhava, a Brahmin, protector of Yajna, sustain the Yajna, and always have thought to not only take care of Yajna, but also commitment to stay with doing it until culmination of Yajna, that is establishment of the new golden aged world. So it is through third eye, the light of knowledge, that I am able to see, I can feel my different forms within a cycle. And it is now with third eye, I take drishti from Baba, look at the center of forehead of Baba, Shiv Baba, awake Baba, through Dadi Gulzar's eyes. Baba is proud of the children, and we all feel Baba's love.
Om Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is our day 15, Pilgrimage of Remembrance. Now we will be listening from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. What is my relationship with Brahma Baba while on the pilgrimage of remembrance? Many ask this question, do I have to remember Brahma Baba? Or I should just remember Shiv Baba as incorporeal, a point of light. And I feel that on the pilgrimage of remembrance, there is a connection with Shiv Baba in Brahma Baba. At present, we say Avyakt Babdada. Before was Sakar Brahma and now Avyakt Babdada. I find that while being on pilgrimage of remembrance, when there are many different kinds of tests come, storms come, and then remembrance come to pause, or sometimes we forget. I always look at Brahma Baba. No, I am thinking of Baba, remembering Baba, or Baba comes in front of me, I'm looking at Baba. But I definitely feel at this time in my life, being on the pilgrimage of remembrance, Baba's angelic presence is very, very necessary. Whenever there are any kind of situations, and I always feel that, yes, Shiv Baba will protect me, will give me power, but also I need my angel to be with me. And I really take Baba in angelic form as my companion. And also, there are certain situations you need more courage, you need to be stable, you need to be, stay patient, have patience, be peaceful. So one is okay, I'm on my own. But when I think of Brahma Baba, and as most of us, I think all of us have read or heard different stories. Stories in the sense that whenever there were different situations, what Baba did. So many examples. So Baba comes in front of us. Connection is with Shiv Baba. But then Brahma Baba is on journey, was in on journey first in the corporeal form as Brahma Baba, and then he's still with us in subtle regions. So when I think of Baba, immediately I find that there is a lot of inner strength and trust that our Baba used this virtue, and then Baba was successful and Baba was victorious, because we need success and we also need victory. So for me, remembrance of Brahma Baba also is very, very natural, like Shiv Baba. And, when I have to like sit in yoga and then remember Shiv Baba, when I need to burn sanskars and remove obstacles. But when I have to move forward, I need lot of inner strength. whether even in virtues, okay, I have patience, I have tolerance, but then after certain extent, I don't find I have enough. So I look at Brahma Baba, my angel, and say, look how Baba did it. No, Baba was that image. There are many, many situations. And Baba always says in Murli that many, many storms come, and then how I remove them or go through them. So I share with children then. But it was so interesting that none of us noticed, at least I can say for myself, but all of us, those who of us were there at that time, that we never saw a obstacle or a storm or karmic account visible. So that means his journey, his remembrance was so powerful that when the time came, it was obstacles. But there was no impact. Like for us, we could see, yes, there is obstacle or there are wasteful thoughts or some difficulty comes. You all must have heard that how there was a time in Yagya when they came to Mount Abu, they didn't had enough funds or enough money, not to an extent that they couldn't buy food, because for 300 to buy food also needs a lot of money, and they didn't have any source of from where the contributions can come. They didn't know people in India, only the families of sisters. And so they call it beggary part. They call it a part that is according to drama. They had to play that part where there was nothing to eat. And it's so surprising that Baba never, never showed on face what will happen to children, from where the food will come, even subtly. So his faith, he stayed with that. And then, of course, some souls start getting touchings, mm, and they will keep start sending some money. So that bakery part, not only Brahma Baba, but Dadi Gulzar said in the morning after Murli, we will go in the forest and we will eat berries. And when we will come, we will go in front of Brahma Baba to tell him we are really full so that he doesn't worry. They think that he might be worried about that these my children are not getting food. But what I'm saying that his pilgrimage of remembrance, his remembrance was so powerful that there was no impact not on the stage, but not even in the yagya. Yes, some at that time thought that now what's our future? Maybe we should go to our Lokik families or we should go and do some business so that there is security about our food and all other requirements. But Baba didn't have that thought. For us, it could be, even if little bit anything is less, there could be what will happen. Time might come, we might not get this. Like, look at the situations these days, right? If you have it, it's problem. If you don't have, then also problem. Mm. But looking at Brahma Baba gives us that courage. So I have faith in Baba. So Baba has put us on this journey, both ways, on the journey of remembrance, but also on a spiritual journey. So Baba will take care of us. So any example of, like, not only courage but patience, tolerance, and then nothing will be ever seen on his face. I also, for 11 years, went very often, stayed for a while, and I saw his face always, always. And of course, we can say because when Shiv Baba enters and sits in the center of forehead, so there will be sparkle. But not only was Shiv Baba sparkle, but how in the company of Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba's face also was sparkling, was cheerful, and it was like joyful. And also Baba, even if he looked serious, but he was very entertaining too. He will make children feel happy and enthusiastic. So my remembrance of Baba is on journey whenever I find I require more strength, I need more of consistent into some virtues. I always think of Brahma Baba. So some say, but Baba says, only remember me. Yes, I only remember Shiv Baba. And I'm remembering Shiv Baba, but to keep remembering Shiv Baba without obstacles, I look at Brahma Baba and think of Brahma Baba. And some days, sometimes night time, I emerge him. Say, Baba, I need you as angel with me now. So I enjoy his company very much because he is for us example. He's the one who is leading us on journey. So I had this thought that we all, while on journey, always consistently keep eye on the guide, but guide also has eye on all the pilgrims. You must have seen that when guides take children or anyone, the groups of people for a journey somewhere on a trip, then he has to keep the count of everyone, right? Or school teacher take all the children and guide. So teacher has to keep eye on everyone so that no one is missing, right? So we are on journey and Baba as our guide. And see his father teacher then also guide. So he also has always attention eye on each child that no child should be missing. But sometimes we lose the track or our eye is not on the guide and so we don't feel somebody is helping me or nobody is guiding me and then feel little bit lost or start kind of forgetting Baba. So to be consistent on journey, I feel that Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba both are needed. And especially when doing karma yoga, doing service, we think a lot about Brahma Baba and how Brahma Baba, one important thing I experienced from him was interconnectedness naturally of all four subjects. Knowledge, that is understanding, every day, every morning he spoke morning. Every night he came to revise morning with children. That means he continued from the morning. Then next morning, there was a time in Mount Abu, was so cold. Even now it sometimes is zero or even up to minus. So these days, of course, when we go, We take our heavy woolens, and the bed is very cold. Double foreigners know it in the beginning. It was cotton, so it was very cold. So we took our sleeping bags, we took our flannel sheets, and it was very difficult at that time to think about heaters electrically. No, it's not possible. Very expensive. And also voltage was not that enough. I know that. But with Brahma Baba, mm, first he only had a shawl, and then he will put on the shoulder, but later on some sleeveless jacket, he will wear. So it's like, how do we increase our tolerance? Today I was thinking that how the way world situations are, mm, some of our center sisters, because the fire is so wild, so they will ask them to uh, leave the homes to be safe. So they are sitting with the bag ready. So what will you put in the bag? You will have some sets of clothes and uh, actually all your important documents should be with you. Some small currency, not $100 notes, but small currency. So they are sitting ready. So I was thinking that each one of us really at this time, we have to be ever ready. One is ever ready when we go home. Other is ever ready if we have to leave home, or if when time comes that you might not get fresh produce, or some people are so used to salads, and so, and then there is a time there might not be enough healthy to eat all that. So how do we internally prepare ourselves? So then we think of Yagya, Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba from time to time will tell children to practice certain things about their food. So one time Baba for 1 month they gave the practice that you should, some people have fixed amount of what they eat. And some, if there is something tasty, they will eat more. If it not, they will eat less. Then food is left, right? Sometimes tasty, then food is not enough. So Baba told everyone. So there was a board you have to write. I will eat 2 chapatis. I will eat one and a half. So this was just to discipline oneself. mm, That you're not eating because it's tasty, it's because body needs that. Right? One time Baba told everyone that there will only be buttermilk mm, and millet roti. So some very enthusiastic, yes, Baba, we all will do it. But there were some who suddenly were thinking, oh, I can't digest millet roti. And I never drink buttermilk. So what will happen to my wealth? So for 15 days, Baba gave program. So there were some very delicate older Baba's children too, who they enthusiastically sang Baba's praise, wah, 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 and kept eating and nothing happened. And those who were suddenly doubtful, they got sick. So, but they came to know definitely mm, that it was my own thoughts, but also Baba kind of that you don't need variety all the time. So Baba gave different timings, different practices where one can really take it with Baba's love and very, very peaceful state of mind, then anything they ate was healthy, was good for them. So what I'm saying that thinking of Baba, Brahma Baba, even like, there were few situations where people were not happy, some souls, because of any reason, will be very, very hard in the sense of even abusive in front of so many people. They will say to Baba, you did this, you are like this. And Baba will smile and Baba will say, come, child. So one woman I saw keep going on and on. And after about 10 minutes or so, Baba says, Bachi aao, daughter come. And she couldn't believe that instead of telling, get her out, no, there were 1,000, 2,000 people, they could have just taken her out. But Baba says, no, bring the child here, daughter here. And she couldn't believe. So she just ended up crying. And Baba said, child, what is your problem? What sorrow you have? Because Baba said she must be troubled about something. Uh, that is why she's bursting out and saying something. So let her tell. Hmm. So Baba gave her 5, 10 minutes. You tell Baba. Hmm. So she was completely transformed. Hmm. But with, for us, when such situations come, what we will do? We look at Baba. We look at Baba, what Baba did. That means give love, this whole feeling of, okay, we are ready to listen to you even if you are angry. Allow that person to express so that whatever is in the soul, accumulation, no, sometimes does happen. So people keep saying it, but it's okay, no? I don't have to take it. Baba don't have to take what she was saying. Baba thought it's her. Something is troubling her, so she's saying it. So thinking of Brahma Baba on journey of remembrance helps all of us at many, many crossroads. Of course, Dadi's one of the mantra Dadi said in the beginning when Baba became aware. Any situation came, what would Baba what would Baba decide? What would Baba do in this situation? So they always emerge Brahma Baba because Brahma Baba followed Shiv Baba's Shrimat. No? So by following Shrimat, his responses in the life were based on Shrimat. So because of that, he didn't like left it undone, but he resolved everything. So we are also on journey, and still we are on journey, and he's in front of us. Brahma Baba's life, or as angel now, how Baba passed with honor everything. He must have also passed sanskar, but we didn't see them because he was able to change them through pilgrimage of remembrance without showing any sign and saying, children, now I have this sanskars emerging. We never saw that. That is why he was happy, he was enthusiastic, not because he wanted to show us, but was very, very natural, very natural. So I must say that on the pilgrimage of remembrance, I do think of Brahma Baba very often, especially these days, because I compare the situation and circumstances during Baba's time and now I say, what would Baba do for himself and advise children to do. So this way, now if I'm remembering Baba or not, but I definitely think of Brahma Baba. And then also, as I said, I invoke him many times. Like, but before I used to travel alone, there were many situations happen. So I will say, okay, Baba, you are my angel. You stay with me. And I always felt that company of Baba as an angel. So Shiv Baba, yes, constant remembrance has to be there. But learning from Brahma Baba, that how he maintained his relationship and his remembrance of Shiv Baba, that his journey was very, very smooth. Even external situations were there, but internally he was in remembrance of Baba. And whenever there is some test or adverse situation, that is the time to remember Baba more. But sometimes that is the time we forget, right? Whenever there is a situation, just get merged in Baba's remembrance, and you will see after a few minutes it's not there. There are many, many things which we are not able to do. And I always remember Baba because I know for him everything is possible, magical. Because it's Baba's task, what I cannot do, then he becomes a guide or friend or he takes responsibility and says, child, I will do it. And these are practical experiences of relationship with Baba, remembrance of Baba on when we are on pilgrimage. Because it's going into when you are traveling, right? Sometimes there are mountains, sometimes there are rivers, sometimes so many different situations. So how did Brahma Baba manage with all situations? Always with the awareness that not to create karmic accounts again or for anything. One time Dadi Janki was saying something had happened and was trying to look into why, how, but was doing more in interest of listening. Who said? And Dadi said, why are you creating karmic account? She said, I'm just trying to find out. She said, enough, whatever is necessary, but not because you want to know or it's your habit. So while taking care that we're not creating more karmic accounts, but rather we are settling and moving towards the stage of the life which is called akarmi, where I do actions. So it will go on positive and plus side, but not minus plus. So Brahma Baba actually at every step did in such a way because he knew that for so many years, all those who will travel on this journey will look at Baba. Baba knew that. That is why whatever he did, he set a memorial so that our reference is Baba did like this. Mhm. There's nothing we can give reference or example which is not right. Baba did everything right. So we can just open that story or the book or hear what he did with his wealth, what he did with the family, what he did with Yagya, how he lived. Everything is really according to Srimad and appropriate. And as I said, example for us because we can also follow it. So, yes, when you have question about if I remember Brahma Baba, I would say I definitely think of Shiva Brahma Baba very often, especially these days, as I said, to understand the directions, to decide what we have to do, what steps are next in our future, not only on spiritual journey, but also the situations are changing so much, whether it's virus, natural calamities, then so many kinds of could be not only little situations but big situations. So how during Yagya Brahma Baba responded and decided on what is right to do according to not only yes, of course, based on Srimad, but also for protection of self, protection of Yagya, so that we can continue with journey of remembrance while living in such a world and complete our journey. So Brahma Baba, I definitely think about him. And these days, as I said, lot more than before because I want to really make sure this is what Baba did, what this is what he would have done. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti everyone! Every day in the Confluence Age is very special and today is Brahma Baba's day and we celebrate it on every Tuesday. So let's all celebrate Brahma Baba's day together today. Don't forget to bring our beloved Brahma Baba picture during the Angelic Dance.
Om Shanti, welcome to a Vyakti Journey. Yes, today is Brahma Baba's Day, Tuesday. Yagya stories, what they teach us. So let's see what we have today for all of us.
दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे तब बाबा Hello, Vyakti Parivar! Today is Brahma Baba's Day, and the celebration is incomplete without listening to the beautiful stories of our Yagya.
Baba says in the Murli that the real Shaktis are the ones who are courageous and fearless in any task. Let's listen to a story of fearlessness from Baba's special child, the one that is known as the Lioness of Punjab, Dadi Chandramani.
When Baba recently moved to Karachi, he took Dadi Chandramani and her Lokik family along with him. However, many Baba's children could not come. So they started meeting on their own at Daddy Chandramani's old house for Murlis.
उसके बाद बाबा हमको कराची में ले चला, काम बुलाया वहां से, तो हम कराची में चले गए तो वहां सब इतनी जो सभा, वो बाबा चले गए, हम जो रहने वाले बच्चों को साथ ले जाए, बाकी जो इतना बड़ा सत्संग होता था, रोज बाबा क्लास कराता था, वो कैसे ज्ञान के बगैर जी सके। उन्होंने क्या किया, उसमें क्या हुआ, हमारे लौकिक माँ बाप भी चल पड़े कराची में, तो मकान हमारा लौकिक खाली हो गया। तो इन जो बांदेली थी, जिनको छुट्टियां नहीं मिली, तो उन्होंने वो सत्संग घर बनाए दिया अपना, सब आगे वहां मिलती थी।
When Baba heard about this, he asked Daddy Chandramani to go and check if they all are doing well. But meanwhile, they got the news that Daddy Shilindra was locked in that house with 16 locks.
और हमारी शीलेंद्रा जो बॉम्बे में है, वो 16 ताले के अंदर बंद हो गई। ताले पर एक नहीं, एक दरवाजा नहीं, जहां तहां से इधर से न जावे, बड़ा घर था ना उसका, इसलिए आस-पास उसको ताला लगा के अंदर रखा।
Every child had deep love for Baba. By being so far away, Baba could still hear the call of his children. Baba asked which courageous child would like to go and free my sweet daughter who is calling me. And Daddy Chandramani said, Baba, I will go.
बाबा कहे मेरे को बच्चियों का आवाज आ रहा है, मेरी बच्चियां बाबा बाबा कर रही है, अब बाबा कर रही है, कौन जाएगा यहाँ से जो उनको जाके धीरे देगा, और मैं पत्र लिख के दूं जो उनको पहुंच जाए। मैं कहा मैं जाती।
When Daddy reached there, she saw that all the doors of the house was locked. She started looking around to see any open place to get in the house, but no luck. He went a little far and started singing. Ta-da! Baba gave her the signal. Daddy Shilindra was on the terrace.
It is so beautiful how Baba solves all our problems for us. If we keep our intellect connected to Baba, we can easily receive his directions. Since Daddy Chandramani and Daddy Shilindra were lost in Baba's love, they were easily able to figure a way out.
तो शीला ऊपर कोठे पर बैठी थी, चोटा पर, और उसने मेरे को देख लिया। देखो कैसे कनेक्शन मिलता है अंदर, वो बेचारी बाबा बाबा कर रही है, बाबा मेरे को यहाँ से भेज रहा है, मेरे को अंदर आया, मैं जाऊं, अब सभी का मिलन कैसे होता है। तो वो मेरे को ऊपर से देख के इतना खुश है, उसने क्या किया, एक धागा ले आई, दूर धागा लेके वो नीचे भेजा, इसमें पत्र बांध के, तो मैं उस डोर को ऊपर करूं, तो हमने उसको पत्र को उसमें बांध के डोर में उसने खींच लिया।
Baba, wow! You are always there for each child. This is why we have to be fearless by knowing that the Almighty Authority Himself is our companion.
Dadi had strong faith, not just in Baba, but also in her own speciality. She used the speciality of fearlessness and always remained cooperative in Baba's every task. Just like our Dadi, we all have one unique speciality within us that Baba uses for this wonderful task of world transformation.
सर्वशक्तिमान की संतान हो, तुम सर्वशक्तिमान की संतान हो। कौन कहता है महज
Om Shanti. Thank you very much. That was a beautiful story of Yagya. How that is sharing. That's so much love for Baba, so much faith in Baba. That's what shows in all our daddies, and we have to follow. Okay, so Mohini Didi will also share, but before she shares, we would like to get our homework for tomorrow. Let's see what's homework.
By remembering our original and eternal form, let's experience the Swaman. I, the soul, am a carefree king.
Om Shanti, and now we will be listening from Didi.
Om Shanti. Chandramani Dadi was very, very special. And one quality of her, of course, was never get upset. She will listen to problems and never get affected, will keep laughing, but also was very brave because she was in Punjab. And at that time in Punjab, there were a lot of terrorists, and so terrorists will come to center, and so many things happen. But this story is about her taking a letter to all the Baba's daughters, sisters who were in bondage, and she's just sharing that how one of them saw her carrying the letter, and with the thread was able to pull it and get the letter, but to be brave to take the letter. So I think that it's amazing story to see how our dadis, what they did in the beginning, lot of sacrifice. But they used to enjoy. There was so much love for Baba. There was faith in Baba. And so they really did many brave acts. So there are unlimited stories, but this is one of it. Om Shanti. Let's remember Baba now.